Yeah, I'm wait till a couple of people wait till I get some people to come in here. This is gonna be a very interesting discussion. Discussion is gonna shut down the Christian and Hebrew Israelite movement once and for all. And the reason why we don't need to be kowtowing to any religion, especially Christianity, especially Catholicism. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm back. Shocking. Matter of fact, I wonder if I can get in contact with hold on. Hold on here. Let's see something. I don't know if I can do it or not. So that's why I like rocking on Instagram better. I could get more people to listen in. You know what I'm saying? See all this notification and stuff flying in. I'm glad I got my shit on silent before I started the video. Let's see here. I don't know if I could do a Hangouts. Oh, let me see. Let's see. Yo, what's going on, Kid Hebrew? Good to see you up in here, fam. Yeah, man. I'm just yeah. Yeah, we're gonna break down this name of Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Or Iesus or Jesus. There's so many different pronunciations and how he is a depiction of Greek and Egyptian gods or the Greek and Egyptian god hierarchies. Oh, I'm doing pretty good, King Hebrew. Yeah, good seeing you in here, fam. Yeah, I was just checking out something on my phone here. I was messing with the I was gonna mess with the Hangouts thing, but I don't know if I could do that on my phone. Only way I could really like get people to come in on my live if I was to do it through IG. I know how to do that. I was able to get a person to speak with me for a little while, you know what I'm saying? But she was at work, so she ended up having something to do at that time. But yeah. Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and break down the name of Jesus and Iesus and Jesus, you know, however way you want to pronounce the name, and how they depict and how he's a representation of Zeus and Horus. And what's funny is that Horus name means the keeper of time. And the thing is, Zeus's father, Kronos, his name also means the keeper of time as well, in which Kronos and Saturn, are God's names also mean keeper of time. It's kind of interesting how that is. Now, Horus, if you was to change the spelling of Horus, change the letters, a couple of letters, the R and the U, you have hours. You know what I'm saying? And which is where the word hours came from, Horus, the god Horus. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we do have, which is why we have 24 hours. 24 is the multiple of 6, in which 6 is the number of man. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep that in mind. And also, you got the 66, the number 66. You know what I mean? And which you have 60 seconds in a minute, and 60 minutes, which equals an hour. You know what I'm saying? So you got those 3 6s connected together. The 60 minutes to an hour, the 60 seconds to a minute, and the 24 hours is a multiple of 6. So you have that 666 thing dynamic going on. You know what I'm saying? Which is something I found very interesting. There's another guy who he calls himself RFG Chosen One. He actually broke that down in one of his videos. I'm gonna find that video again. I probably might put a link of it in even in the description box or in the comments section. So y'all can check that out. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I mean, I just find that interesting. You know what I mean? I actually found that very interesting, and it's very mind blowing to me. You know, as to who Christians are really worshiping, you know. So Christians are not really worshiping the true God. You know what I'm saying? Who they really worshiping is, for real, they really worshiping is really Satan, in which Satan disguises himself as the god El, which is where we get Elohim from. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that's what I was, that's the main point that I was getting to. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's really all I want to say in this video. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this out to a couple of people. I should have told them that I should have let them know in advance that I was going to go ahead and do a video so they could come up here and get their comments and stuff in here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's all good. But yeah, definitely I'm definitely gonna share this out to a couple of peeps here. Maybe let me see. Let's see here. But other than that, yeah, that's what I'll leave on this video. But definitely share this video out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm gonna put that link in the description box so y'all can see what I'm talking about or what have you. Next video, I might talk about old boy Mark Lamont Hill and all these other brothers, man, who are, you know, who are so far capable for these liberals and progressives. You know what I'm saying? The ones who are still trying to satisfy the certain segment of the Caucasoid population. That's going to be my next one, man. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Oh, Uncle Lamar Hill right now is the biggest bootlicker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's the biggest bootlicker right now. Man. Yeah. And the only people who are really who are really capable for this guy are these so-called white liberals and progressives. You know what I'm saying? People such as Jimmy Dore. People such as Secular Talk. The Humanist Report. The Rational National. All them cats, man. Yeah, they're the only cats, man. Hey, how you doing, Miss Rada? Miss Darby, what's going on, Queen? Good seeing you up in here. Yeah. I was just talking about, before you came in, Miss Darby. I was just talking about how, I forgot to also mention, and I'm glad you're here, Miss Darby. I forgot to mention that I also researched the name Iesus, which is the original name of Jesus. The name Iesus is in the original King James Version of the Bible, the first King James Version of the Bible, 1611. You know what I'm saying? You can actually download the app and see the name see the name Jesus spelled as Iesus, I-E-S-U-S. Iesus. Now, if you you notice the pronunciation, it sounds like feces. And it is. And when I researched that name, I found out it meant earth pig. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, though, how that is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they classified this as earth pig. That's what the name means. And Iesus or Jesus is the manifestation of the Greek god Zeus, in which the Spanish people pronounce Jesus Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And Horus. And Horus is the keeper of time. The father of Horus is Osiris. And his mother is Isis. You know what I'm saying? Now, Zeus' father name is Kronos. You know what I'm saying? And Kronos is also known as the keeper of time. And Jesus is also the representation of Serapis. And I believe Serapis' father's name is Saturn. And Saturn is also known as the keeper of time. You see how all these all these god names are related. And I think Serapis is I'm gonna have to research Serapis. He might be a Sumerian or a Phoenician god or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all of them together, all that together. Yeah, that's right, King Hebrew. The letter J is not even that old. You know what I'm saying? In which when they redid the King James Version again, that's when they changed it to Jesus. Yeah, that's right. All the planets are named after Greek and Roman gods. You know what I'm saying? Even the days of the week are named after Greek and Roman gods. And like Monday is the day of the moon. I believe Tuesday is Thor, named after the god Thor. It's either Tuesday or Thursdays is named after Thor. And I know Friday is named after Frida. The goddess Frida, I believe her name is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I should have broke down all the names. I could have researched it and broke down all the names before I did this live. But yeah, it's pretty interesting how the days of the week, how Jesus is the manifestation of Horus, Horus and Zeus. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting how that is. You know what I'm saying? In which Christians are really worshiping a false god. You know what I'm saying? They're really worshiping Greek and Roman gods. Greek and Egyptian gods, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how I broke that down. And I also mentioned, before you came in, Ms. Dar, I also mentioned how we have how Horus, when you reverse the R and the U, switch the R and the U, is spelled hours, in which we have 24 hours in a day. 24 is a multiple of 6. And then we also have 60 seconds in a minute. And then we also have 60 minutes, which equals an hour. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we get that 666 dynamic. And I've broken that down earlier before you came in, Miss Darby. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting how that is. You know, and in the next video, I was gonna go through how Mark Lamont Hill, you know what I'm saying, is the darling now of these so-called white liberals and conservatives. No, so-called white liberals and progressives. You know what I'm saying? While Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of starting to become our darling now by refusal to apologize to the LGBT community for what he said several years ago, in which he decided not to host the Oscars. So these alphabet soup bastards, these alphabet soup cave beast, you know what I'm saying? They in their feelings right now. They think they won. They think they won by getting Kevin Hart not to host the Oscars. Kevin Hart shouldn't have any business trying to host the doggone Oscars anyway, because the Oscars are anti-black. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be any of these bullshit ass award shows. You know what I mean? As a people, we need to be having our own damn award shows, doing our own movies, having our own economy, you know, having our own movie production companies, our own everything. We don't need them. We don't need these cave beasts and these cockazoids. We don't need their acceptance. We don't need to be trying to be up there and co-opting with them. No, because they never going to cape for us. They never going to cape for us. These Mexicans don't cape for us. These Arabs don't cape for us. These Hispanics don't cape for us. None of them cape for us. You know what I'm saying? None of them. They're never going to cape for us. And that's okay, because we don't need them. That's why we need to build up ourselves, build up our nation, build up our people. And once we know who we are, whose we are, there's nothing that these so-called oppressors can do to us. So that's pretty much all I want to leave with y'all. And this is how I'm dispelling this religious thing once and for all. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the likes, appreciate the love. And oh yeah, Oscar is the devil. I bet he is. I won't be surprised. I would not be surprised. You know. But yeah, that's all I want to leave y'all with. Oh yeah, I need to put my my IG thing on there too. Cause I'm gonna start doing some more. That's right. Oh, yeah. That's right, Miss Darby. That's right. Yeah, you want to know something else too? The gods that these satanic people worship is transgendered, which is why you have Baphomet, which is why you have Lucy. Lucy is the transgender god of Lucifer. That's right. That's right. Yup. That's right. So that's the God that these white elites, these white elites serve. They serve the transgender God, which is why most of your celebrities are transgender. Which is why you got a lot of transgender type folks out here. Female to male, male to female transgender. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. There's a lot of there's quite a few videos out here that talks about that. You know what I'm saying? They actually go into it. There's only man and woman. That's right. That's right. You either born a man or you're born a woman. You're either born with a penis or you're born with a vagina. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff, all these other non-binary and all that BS. Ain't nobody hearing all that. We don't need to be hearing all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need to get back to the man, the woman, and the child. That's the true Trinity. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because we got so many people out here who are deceiving the masses and who they really are as far as they biological sex is concerned. And then, yeah, and like you said, Miss Darby, you got a lot of hybrids out here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like you said, yeah, born black, die white. Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of people who are black who have a white supremacist ideology, a white supremacist mentality. Those are the Negroes we don't need in our camp. Those are the Negroes who bring division amongst our people. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like these Mark Lamont Hill characters. In some cases, you could say, you could even include, you could include Kevin Hart in there as well. You know what I'm saying? All these bootlickers. You could definitely include Tiffany Haddish. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't represent us. She's entertainment for these caucasoids, for these demons and devils who run the Democratic and Republican parties. You know what I'm saying? Corporately funded. Reptilians are the Republicans and the demons are the Democrats. That's what those two parties represent, the reptilians and the demons. We don't need to be Democrats nor Republicans. You know what I'm saying? This political system is not for us. It's never been meant for us. This is the same political system that classify us as 3/5 of a person. This is the same political system that says that we are not U.S. citizens based on the Dred Scott decision of 1857. You know what I'm saying? The only reason The only reason why the Civil War was even fought was because the northern states were jealous that the southern states were getting more representation in Congress because they counted us at our ancestors as 3/5 of a person. That means if a slave owner, for example, has 200 slaves, 120 of those slaves will be counted. Ain't that some shit? Wow. That means that every slave owner has additional 60 to 100 people counting on the census. Imagine all that representation they getting in Congress. That means they could get stuff passed in their favor in order to keep the slave owners happy, whether they vote or not. You know what I'm saying? The northern states got jealous because the southern states used us as pawns in order to get representation, while we're nothing but property. At this time, we're still nothing but property. At that time, in some cases, we're still treated as property because we're still not classified as citizens. So the 14th Amendment, in a way, is pretty much mute. Yeah, like you said, Ms. Darby, we are property of the state. That's right. Because we all have social security numbers. These Caucasoids also have social security numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's right, Ms. Darby. We cannot be deported because we're the original people. We're the original people that inhabit this land. We're the black natives. It's us. This is our land. They know they can't deport us. Land that was stolen by them, the Caucasoid, the European. Because before Europe was white, our African ancestors inhabited Europe as well. Where do you think the leprechaun story came from? See what they did to the leprechaun. They turned the leprechaun from the African Twa people to the Caucasoid midget man, in which the original leprechaun is the Twa people in Ireland. They were the first inhabitants of Ireland. You ever heard of the Black Scots? Yeah, we were the first, our ancestors were the first inhabitants of Scotland. Ain't that some shit? Man, we're everywhere. Y'all can watch the Hidden Colors series and see for yourselves. We're a mighty people, y'all. Real. You know what I'm saying? So all this division and classifying us as black and African and Dominican and all this bullshit, we're all the same people. We're all the same people. We all have one common ancestor. And it's Lucy, the black woman. We all came from her. Our DNA all came from her, which is where that mitochondria DNA comes from. Comes from her, the mother. The mother is the only one who has the mitochondria DNA. That's right, Miss Darby. Yep. So we're the first kings and queens. We're the original man and woman on this planet. Man. See, that's why they don't want to give us reparations. This is why they don't want to give us our own land, because the minute they give us any sort of compensation, we will be the most powerful economic engine in the world. The Russians will be looking at us jealous. The Chinese will be looking at us jealous. Any Caucasoid European nation will be looking at us jealous. Our own African brothers and sisters will be looking at us like, wow, look what they doing over here. Okay, yeah, they mean business now, okay. Especially the brothers and sisters in South Africa, fighting for land. You know what I'm saying? Land that is supposedly theirs in the first place, you dig? That's right. That's right, King Hebrew, which is a must. We have to know our history. We have to know where we come from. We have to know who we are and whose we are. You know what I'm saying? And this Jesus, it's a creation of these European Caucasoids in order to keep us from knowing where we really come from, but know from whence we came, for keeping us from being close to our ancestors, which are in Egypt, Horus, Isis, and Osiris. The mother, father, and child. The true Holy Trinity. Not the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's not the Trinity. That's some BS the patriarchal European Caucasoid came up with when they tampered with that so-called Bible. And these Muslims got the nerve to take from that book. Judaism, take it from that book, which is now run by these false Jews called the Ashkenazi Jews. And we also got some other type Jews too, who make up the synagogue of Satan, these Talmudic Jews, the Sephardic Jews, all false Jews, yo, the Kabbalist Jews. The Kabbalists are the mystical Jews. They're the ones who came up with this thing called gematria, of merging the letter with the number, in which God created the letter and the number to merge together. Definitely research gematria. There's a guy who actually does his videos on gematria named Zachary Hubbard. You know what I'm saying? And he's able to decipher the code as to how these celebrities live and die, their birth date, the age that they decease. The certain words that they use in order to decipher a code that is hidden. There's some deep stuff, y'all. I'm going through some deep stuff with y'all. Yep, that's right, King Hebrew. Yeah, if we ever become a nation again, we will be the most powerful economic engine on this planet. Yes, it would be Black Wall Street on steroids. You daggone right. It would be better than the Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Rosewood, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Or any other place in the South, yo, where there was Black Wall Street. Man, it's just I'm so illuminated now by all this knowledge that has come to me through the ancestors, man, through the gods of the universe. And I believe this kingdom, this planet will be restored back to us because these caucasoids are dying. And even though the Chinese are trying to take over, they're going to get the same fate. They're most likely going to get a worse fate than these caucasoids who are quickly passing away. Don't be surprised within the next 5 or 10 years from now, us black and brown people will be the majority of people on this planet. And they're scared of that. These caucasoids are scared. They so scared that they are killing us at will. They're getting their police officers to kill us at will. Yeah, that's right, Miss Darby. And I feel for the, I don't know what, the Jamaica. Yep, and they in Africa too. That's right. They in certain nations in Africa. That's right. They're already set, as well as Jamaica. They fate is not looking too good for them. And there was a sister, an African sister from Congo, was bragging about how great the Chinese are. I'm just like, wow. She done fell and bumped her head. That's right. So these these Chinese cohabitating with the African women, so they can produce African Chinese babies. Whew. Oh Lord. The new hybrids on this planet. It's not looking real good on that end. It's not looking real good at all. So this is why things are going to end the way they're ending. They may have control right now, but at the end of the day, when the gods in the universe come back, when the gods in the universe restore this kingdom back to us, all that they're doing now, it's gonna shut down for them. It's gonna end up shutting down. Chinese is going to end up being eradicated next after the caucasoids go extinct. Sure, we probably might have to go to war with the Chinese next. That's right. That's why black love is very important. The black man plus the black woman equals the black child. This is why we must emphasize that and stop cohabitating with these Beckys and Brads. So yeah. So that's pretty much what I want to leave with y'all. You know what I'm saying? For the true gods are us. Psalms 82 verse 6 says that we are all gods. You know what I'm saying? And it's obvious that we are, because we are the manifestation of the 666, which is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. We're the carbon copy of the creator of the universe. All right, Miss Darby. Definitely see you soon, love. So, yeah. But anyway, let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get off this video now. And I'll be seeing y'all a little later. All right, peace of one love. I'm out.